Finding your way to a comfortable seat. Feel free to sit on a blanket or a bolster, whatever you need. And we'll work for a moment with Vritti. This is the even breath where the inhale and the exhale are the same count. And begin to establish an even count. Maybe start with 4. And if that actually seems too brief, then you can quickly move up to 6 or even 8. You can also do 5 or 7. No strict rules about this, except that you want the inhale and the exhale to be equal. And of course, notice that pause at the top of the inhale. And then rest for a moment at the bottom of the exhale. Make those pauses also be equal. So if it seems like the pause is 1 count at the top, then let it be 1 at the bottom of the exhale. If it seems to be more like 2, then let it be 2. Make sure you're not forcing it to be something that it isn't. It's more of an allowing, and then at the same time regulating it with that even count. Vritti. And this pranayama practice invokes still waters. So you might visualize that as you practice inhaling, pause, exhale, equal amount, pause, equal amount. And imagine any body of water that you feel connected to, that inspires you. Could be an ocean, a lake, a pond. It's not a river or a stream, though. It's not moving waters. It's still waters. And of course, we know that water is always moving, but we've all seen a still ocean or a still pond or a still lake. That's what we're imagining and visualizing right now as you practice your Vritti. So a few more. Even inhale, even exhale. Imagining those still waters. And then bringing the lotus mudra into this pranayama practice. The mudras really support energy regulation. They are really part of the pranayama practice, and they both embody and support certain qualities. So lotus mudra, I think most of you know it, pinky and thumb and the outer rim of the palm all coming together, the other 3 fingers opening up as wide as you can, and then allowing the thumbs to either rest on the heart or they can float out just in front of the heart. So just feel the energy of this gesture and how it supports a calm and even stillness within you. And of course, the lotus flower needs still waters in order to grow. It grows out of that mucky compost of our suffering down at the bottom of the pond or the lake, not usually an ocean. Too much movement in the ocean at times. The ocean can be still, but can also be so tumultuous, whereas ponds and lakes can be much more still more of the time. So that's where the lotus flower grows, and it grows up through the water and then opens up its beautiful petals to the sun. And the reason that yoga is, I guess you could say, a little obsessed with the lotus flower is because of this connection between the deep, dark, mucky earth, the fluidity, the nourishment of the water, and then the opening up to the sun, which represents the fire. And of course, its flowers are in the air element. So it really brings all the elements of nature together. And it reminds us that beauty and wisdom come from the suffering that we endure in our lives. And at the same time, that we really do want to come to a place where we are free from that suffering and can live with the ease of the lotus flower in spite of the suffering from which we grew. So a few more breaths, perhaps imagining the breath moving up from the earth, through the water, into the air, towards the sky, and then evenly bringing the energy back down from the sun, through the air, through the water, and back to the earth again. Still waters, calm, even energy, grounded, centered, and rising. And let that go. Allow the palms to rest on the thighs. One more breath here. Just feeling the effects of that practice. Right? Oftentimes we think of yoga as just the asana practice, but consider the benefits of a simple practice of sitting, breathing evenly, samavriti, and holding that gesture of the lotus mudra.